Today I'm going to share with you guys 4 exclusive offers, 2 for buyers and 2 for sellers, to help you compete in today's real estate market here in Cincinnati. So stay tuned to the end of this video. We're going to go over some market news as well, and at the end I'm going to share with you those strategies, those offers that I have for buyers and sellers. Again, exclusive offers, something that's not being offered by any other agents that I'm aware of. So stay tuned for that. We're going to do our Cincinnati real estate market news here. This is going to be for March of 2021. So we're going to take a look at the entire month of March of this year and compare it to the entire month of March 2020. And we're going to go through those numbers and talk about the implications of those and some trends that we're seeing here. First of all, new listings are down 1% compared to last year. I expect that as we go through April, we're going to see a rise in the number of new listings compared to last year. Because if you remember, last year is when the COVID lockdown started in mid-March, April in this area, and we had 30 to 40% drops week to week in number of new listings. So I think since we're almost back to normal here and getting vaccinated and everything, people are getting out to market, people are putting their homes on the market to sell. I think we're going to see a significant rise throughout April in the number of new listings compared to last year. Closings are basically unchanged. They're down 0.25%, so that's basically nothing at all, basically unchanged since March of last year. So the activity is what is reflected by the number of closings. So we're seeing a similar amount of activity in March of this year compared to last year. I think activity will increase, closings will increase as we go through April and May and this summer compared to last year. Average sale price compared to last year in March, we're up 15%, so we're still seeing extremely high numbers in terms of average sale price growth. That's of course great news for sellers. Not so good news for buyers. It's a challenging time as a buyer as prices continue to rise week to week, month to month, quarter to quarter, and year over year. But we do have still very low interest rates that will help offset some of that cost. So it's still very much a seller's market in terms of pricing. Average days on market is down 37% compared to March of last year. So we've been seeing that sort of number week to week or month to month. It's an ongoing trend compared to last year. So right now we're at about 22 days as the average. That does include listings that sit on the market for a long time that are either distressed or overpriced or not marketed properly. The median number is somewhere around 3 or 4. So if you're actually doing a good job marketing your home, or if you're hiring a professional that's doing a professional job, doing their job right, you're probably going to get offers within the first week, maybe even the first day of listing your home for sale. In terms of inventory, we're at 2.42 months, so almost 2.5. We're still a little over 3.5 months short of what we would need for buyers and sellers to be on a level playing field, which would be market equilibrium. So regardless of the slight increase in inventory, which of course favors buyers and gives them more options, sellers don't need to worry because we're not even close to being on an even playing field. So we're still very much a seller's market. But the good news, the silver lining for buyers, is that there's a little bit more to choose from this March than there was last March. It may not seem that way, because I know it's very competitive out there still, but that is the case, and that's a little bit of a silver lining. Hopefully, inventory will continue to pick up as new sellers come to market as the pandemic is starting to wane here. So I want to jump into the offers that I have for you guys, the exclusive offers, 2 for buyers and 2 for sellers. First thing I'm doing for sellers that's exclusive, again, I don't know of anybody else who's offering this. So the first offer that I have for sellers is what I call the cash offer comparison. Now, you may be familiar with iBuyers or other cash buyers. If you've done any research online, you might get ads in your Facebook feed about buying your home for cash and things like that, or you see TV ads or even some bandit signs on some of the street corners and things. There's a lot of cash buyers out there, and it's kind of a daunting task as a homeowner to think, how could I possibly shop all of these offers and figure out what's best for me? It would be extremely time consuming to do that yourself. So what I'm offering for my seller clients, and even for homeowners who are thinking about selling and aren't my client yet, we can at least dip our toe in the water here. We can take a look at all the different cash offers that are available in our market, and I can actually shop those offers against each other, and I can bring to you the one that rises to the top, the highest price, the best conditions and terms, and I can actually, if you're interested in pursuing that further, I can actually help you negotiate some of the terms of that, because what most people don't know is those cash offers do come with some repair contingencies, and that's something as an agent, as a professional in the field, having done this hundreds, thousands of times for different clients over several years, I have the knowledge and the expertise and the ability to negotiate those terms down to as close to zero as possible in terms of your concessions for repair. So the end result's going to be a higher net for you if you want to go with the cash offer, and if you don't want to show your house and go for the traditional sale. Also, with the cash offer comparison, if you are not sure that you want to go that route and you want to compare it to an open market traditional sale, I can also crunch the numbers and give you a comparison on that as well. So it doesn't matter to me which way you go with it. I'm just giving you good information so you can make an informed decision about the best way to go forward with selling your house. The other exclusive offer I have for sellers is what I call target marketing. So you may have seen, I'm running a video ad right now on Facebook in our local market, so you may have seen a little bit about that. That kind of teaches you the difference between what I call the post and pray method of selling a home and the target marketing approach. So essentially what most homeowners do and most agents do is they post the listing in the MLS and on consumer sites and apps, and they pray for showings and offers. And honestly, in certain conditions, if it's a price point that's $300,000 or less, or even especially on the lower end of that, and if it's a move-in ready house and it's just kind of a cookie cutter type of situation, because the market is so hot right now, a lot of times that post and pray type of method actually does work. But in many cases, if you're at a higher price point or you have unique features to your home, or there's some other selling point, maybe it's on acreage, or you just feel like it's the nicest house in the neighborhood and you really have to make your case, you need a more marketing and more targeted approach than just blasting it out to the general public and hoping it works out, in order to make sure that you actually sell for absolute top dollar, which is of course what every seller wants to do. You need to make sure that you're targeting the buyers who are most willing to pay you absolute top dollar for your home, because they're the ones who actually need the features that your home offers. So if you're interested in more information on that, you can certainly schedule a call. There's a link there in the post, or you can also just message me if you're not ready to talk about it. I can also direct you to that video that I've made too that kind of goes through that whole target marketing approach. But the basic idea is, above and beyond of the traditional method, I actually spend my time and my money to advertise through Facebook, through postcard mailings, to the people that are most willing to pay you top dollar for your home based on the characteristics of the buyer profile that you're looking for. So you might be looking for a family with school-aged children that has a certain credit score and a certain household income that could afford your home. Maybe they have a dog, maybe they own 2 cars, all of these things that would match the features of your 2-story home in a good school district with a 2-car garage, with a flat fenced-in backyard, for example. So we can get really targeted on the type of people we're looking for, and we can put our ads to sell your home right in front of those people to make sure that we're not missing any opportunities, to make sure that we bring everybody to the negotiating table to write offers so you can get top dollar for your home. For buyers, I am offering 2 exclusive offers as well. First thing I'm helping my clients do, because inventory is so short, I'm helping my buyer clients find unlisted homes. And the way this works is I'm marketing all the time to try to find people who are willing to sell their home. Sometimes I'm doing that just in general for my business, but a lot of times recently I'm doing that for specific buyer clients who are looking in a certain area or even a certain neighborhood, looking for a specific type of house. They've seen everything on the market that's available, and they've exhausted all their options, whether they don't like whatever was on the market or maybe they missed it in multiple offers sometimes. They've run out of inventory, so we're looking proactively. I'm spending my time and money to find basically homeowners who raise their hand and say, you know, I might be interested in selling. I'm not on the market yet, but here's what I have and here's my timing. Let's see if we can make something work. If I can match up my buyer clients with homeowners that have homes that have the features that my buyer clients are looking for, then I can actually show the home to my clients, and my clients in that case, as the buyers, are the only ones who actually know that that house is for sale. They're not competing in multiple offers. They're not getting into a bidding war. They don't have to rush out of work at lunchtime to go see the house before it sells. It's a captive market. This seller raised their hand. I'm the only one who knows about it. I line up a showing with my buyer, and we go through the traditional process from that point. But it's not advertised to everybody because I'm not allowed to do that. The seller hasn't given permission for that, but they've given permission to show to this particular buyer. So there are sellers that want to sell, but they don't want to list their home because they know they're going to sell really fast, and they're afraid they're not going to find their next home before they sell their home really fast. So there are homeowners out there that might have a home that will work for my buyer clients. So if you're interested in more information on that, you can message me, or you can click the link and we can have a discussion about how that works a little bit further. And then also the fourth thing, which is the second exclusive offer I have for buyers, is what I call the bridge solution. So I have touched on this in previous videos briefly. I've just got a brand new instructional video on that too if you're interested in a full explanation of that. But essentially, this allows you to sell your home, to tap equity, to get the cash you need for a down payment, to erase your mortgage debt, but you're not actually moving out of the house. You don't have to sell, move out into an apartment, and then buy your next house. You can actually you can stay there for up to 12 months if you want to, while you're taking your time to find your next house. So the big problem a lot of buyers run into right now, if they own a home already, they want to find their next home before they sell because they don't want to have to move twice. But the problem is they may not have the cash for a down payment, or at least not enough, and they may not be able to qualify for a mortgage loan to buy their next house unless they sell their current house. And of course, if they sell their current house, they have to move, and then they have to move again when they buy again. Or they try to line everything up all at once and make all the timing work out perfectly, which, although I've been able to do that before for clients, it's very difficult and very stressful to make it happen. The problem is right now, sellers are getting so many offers and so much interest in their houses when they're on the market, they're not going to entertain or even consider offers that are contingent on selling that buyer's home. They're just going to throw it in the trash and not even worry about it because they're getting cash offers, they're getting offers with no appraisal or no inspections even sometimes, and they're getting over list price. So if you're trying to buy a house and you're thinking that you're going to write an offer that's contingent on selling your house, you're probably not going to find a house. Now, maybe you could make that happen if you go with the approach that I just mentioned about going for unlisted homes. Maybe there's a homeowner who's not on the market yet that would consider that. So they could kind of combine those approaches. But this bridge solution allows you to get the cash you need and or qualify for your mortgage loan to buy your next house by tapping the equity in your home without having to sell and move out. So again, that's something that would be worth looking into if you have any interest in that. A further explanation, I can have a conversation with you, or I have a video that I've laid out as well in a slide presentation and with a video of me explaining everything, where you can certainly get a full detailed explanation of how that works, and then we can determine whether that's best for you. So if you're interested in any of these things, sellers, cash offer comparison, or target marketing, or for buyers, the unlisted homes, or the bridge solution, you can go ahead and click the link. That's going to set up a call on my calendar. It pre-screens my calendar, so if it works for you, it's already cross-referenced with my calendar. We can have a quick discussion to see if any of these would be right for you. If not, I'll let you know and I'll refer you to somebody else who might be able to help. But if I can help you with one of those approaches, we'll have a real good detailed discussion on the next steps we can take to help you to achieve your goals right now. Although the market's hot, some people who aren't in the market right now, they think that's good news for everybody, but it's actually extremely difficult for almost everybody, because if you're trying to sell but also buy, you have to deal with the difficulties of buying. And of course, if you're buying for the first time, you have a lot to learn, and it's very competitive as well. So the only case in which it's a great scenario for you right now is if you already have a place to move to and all you're doing is selling. Then you're in the perfect spot. But in most cases, people are trying to do buying and selling at the same time, or at least buying for the first time. So I can help you to try to navigate those challenges. and customize a solution that will work for you. Again, these are exclusive offers. I don't know of any other agents that are offering these types of things. So check that out. Again, you can click the link and schedule a call, or if you're not ready to talk, you can simply send me a private message and we can have an initial conversation that way. As always, I hope this information, these offers, an explanation of them, and also the market news has been helpful for you guys. If you like this information, you'd like to receive more of it, go ahead and click the like button. That helps me know what kind of content to put out in the future. Also, if you'd like to comment and tell me some topics you'd like for me to cover or questions you have that I haven't covered, I'd be willing to do that as well. I appreciate your feedback on that. And also, don't forget, if you like this information, you'd like to receive it in the future, I do market news updates on Fridays, and I do buyer and seller tips on Tuesdays. You can go ahead and follow my Facebook business page and turn on notifications. And then I also have a YouTube channel where you can kind of binge watch all of these videos if you want to string some of them together, so you can kind of learn everything at once. You can do that on my YouTube channel, which is Patrick Grosser Cincinnati Realtor. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.